above my head.
That's supposedly the millennial camera angle I've heard on TikTok. Is millennials record with a lot of space above their head. And what's crazy is Zoomers and Gen X don't, except Gen X get way close. And then Boomers are the above the most because they're the ones that are like looking at the camera like this.
Yeah. And their nose is right here. They're like, how do you work this thing?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty much how I am now with technology.
Dude, I've been diving so deep into good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wright Ideas. Sorry that I'm running late. I got a good reason. I just literally walked in the door and I did clearance and I got $18. Actually, I can pull this up for us in a second and we can do the math.
Oh yeah.
But I was out thrifting and reselling. My name is Dave Wright. I'm sure you know if you've been here before. And I'm with my co-host, Broseph Smith. And today we're going to talk about, what did I title this? Just the blueprint, basically eBay, TikTok, AI tools, everything that we've been doing to not work a W-2 job and try to survive. And we bring those ideas to you. This week, I've been doing a lot of medical courier work and I got back into flipping. And I've been finding a ton of products that are on clearance that are super cheap, that are like 200% or more return on investments. How's your week going?
Pretty good. I had this week I set a lofty goal of making $1,000 in sales on eBay, and I did not do that, but I did make a few $100s, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
I obviously still nowhere near a livable wage, but I mean, up exponentially from previous weeks. There's this one, it's called a lariat. It's like a necklace that doesn't go together. It's like this heavy gold chain tassel thing with tassels on the end. I got it in a lot for about I think it was for like,
I try to buy my stuff for a little.
Yeah. No, but I got it for cheap.
Little reseller joke, because it's impossible to say
lot.
Yeah, like I know what you're saying. It's just funny that everybody hears a lot and they think many.
Yeah, and they're like, you bought it in a lot? Don't you mean for a lot?
Yeah, a bundle of. Yes,
and anyways, I sold it for more than I had bought that entire jewelry lot for, and I had already sold a couple of things from that same lot. So
nice,
we're up. Sold it for $110.
I'm going through some of my finds here. So actually, let me put this online. Oh, congratulations. Nice.
Thank you.
So I was at, I was able to get 100 of these for $3.50 a piece. They sell for $34.97 on Amazon. They're heavy though. So like I can't sell them on Amazon, but even if I could, they're heavy.
Yeah.
It's basically lawn food that's coming up for the spring. So I only got a couple of them to test. I bought 4 of them. And I'm going to test it on Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, maybe US Carrot. I did put something up on Nextdoor. I also found, this is why I was late today. I found these Milwaukee glasses here that sell for $48.19.
Nice.
I got these on wholesale for $11 each. Well, for $11 each on clearance, but I'll have to sell them on eBay. So that's what I was trying to. That's why I was late, because there was 2 of them on the shelf, but then I looked up and there was 14 more, And I was like, I want those 14 more. So I had to wait for the ladder and everything. And I was like, I could leave now, but then I'm just going to have to come back later. And if I do it now, I'll just about be on time.
Yeah.
And it's 22 minutes away. So it's like, do I want, it's an extra 44. So that's why I didn't appreciate anybody's time. But these right here, I basically in store, I just looked it up. And there was 77 of these that were listed. And then mine are new. Some of them aren't in great shape. And then if we go down to sold items, we had 37 out of that 77, 37. So that's a huge sell-through rate. And I was looking at this. This is today. This is the 12th. So this is 2 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. So these guys went pretty cheap, $19.99, but this was 34, 48, 42, 33 plus shipping. This guy was 65 plus 649 delivery.
That one, it says that the top one, it said with safety helmets.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm the one misreading that. That says compatible with safety helmets. Yeah. Wow. That guy really made off.
So I was going to put them on there for like I was going to put them on there for probably $49.99 and then or best offer and put some leeway in there.
Yeah.
But I got 16 of these today, which is why I was late.
Nice.
And then I found 2 more.
It's a good reason to be late.
Yeah. So what I'm using, and and they asked me to be an affiliate. I joined a group and actually he followed us on here, so we can pull it up. This guy's actually from near me. His name, I don't know if it's Deal Soldier on whatever. I know him from Sean. I know his name is Sean right here. Because when I first started like 5 years ago, he was doing Walmart flips when I was starting Amazon, and I lived down near him in Massachusetts. Super unsexy on YouTube. He has a group called Deal Soldier. It's a Discord group, and I'm in the free trial right now. And every day they put Walmart, Lowe's, Target, Home Depot, and a bunch of other places that have clearance and deals. And they're all fighting for what's called penny deals. There is items at Home Depot that get stuck on the top shelf or Walmart, and the price drops all the way to a penny. And then it's supposed to get shipped back when they find it to the manufacturer. But if people find it ahead of time, it's cheaper to sell it to them for a penny than it is to pay the shipping in return. So a lot of managers will sell you the deal for the penny. So all day long, they're posting in their Discord, found this for a penny, found this for a penny, found this for a penny. So I've been in their deal, and I found, I don't know the math, but like, let me just pull it up here. Those were the ones that I found today, 2 for 11, and those were actually 45. So 45 times 2 is 90 plus the other ones. So let's say 15, 16, 17 times 11. No, I'm sorry. This is great radio. So that's 675. And let's say 15, 16, 17, 20. Let's just say for about $350, I bought $1,000 today.
Nice.
And after fees or whatever. So this is what I used to do, and it kind of got too much because you're constantly chasing the deals.
Yeah.
And I switched over to wholesales, but I kind of got messed with wholesales because hey, Samaki and Indian.
Shout out.
Yeah. So anyways, you've been thrifting and I've been clearance hunting this week. and I've still been doing the medical courier work, and I'm trying to do the TikTok still. And last night I got caught up. I think I want to start an AI automation business, which is what I think I really want to do now. I finally nailed down, because I found some software that literally you can just scan a website and it'll make a website for them. And then you can plug that website into another place and they'll put a chat bot on it.
Oh, okay.
And then you can take that website and put it into another one with the phone number, and you can create an AI agent that will make and set phone call appointments for them. And people are charging between $500 to $2,000 to set this up. And
oh shit,
then it's residual income to maintain it if prices change, to add stuff to it as it goes or whatever. So then you charge them another monthly fee to maintain it. So I really got into that because I really like AI, and the setup is pretty easy and no one knows how to do this. And so if you run a plumbing company, you don't want to also run AI. But if you're out plumbing and you miss one phone call, you could miss $2,000.
Yeah.
And so
it's worth it.
So to pay $100 or $100 a month for the AI person to set appointments for you, it's like, oh, it's a no brainer.
Yeah.
Because every phone call I miss is $1,000. So I don't know. I've been looking into that.
That makes sense.
Tell me more about eBay and I'll be quiet.
Oh, no worries. No, so I sold, a few nice things this week. Yeah, the jewelry has been a lot more successful, I feel, than maybe about equally as successful selling wise, quantity sold wise, but profit wise, the jewelry, profit investment, return on investment wise, the jewelry is very nice because been finding some nice things that I can, sell for compared to what I bought it for, pretty high markup, but still, like, some of the stuff still under the value. Like, my goal right now for the jewelry, to get a coherent thought out, is to sell it at a much higher price than I bought it for, but significant, but still lower than what the market rate.
Yeah. So let me, I had invited Paul, but Paul is not. We don't. Paul's the unofficial third mic, but he already mentioned, he won't be able to make it here every week. So this is an obligation for me and Broseph, but not for Paul. But since he's not there, we're defaulting to you as the eBay expert and professional. Because I have some questions.
2 months of experience.
So I have some questions for you. So I have, let me pull some on screen. This will be fun.
Oh yeah, now it's time for me to vamp. All right, guys, time to talk about gold and silver. Do you have any gold and silver laying around? Do you know how to find it? Look at the stamp. Should be a 925. That means silver. 585 means gold. All right, I was vamping.
I'm probably giving myself toxicity from toxicity. So I got these skunk scrams here.
Yeah.
These were on clearance for $4, and I got about 20 of them over there. And let me just go on Amazon here and look at my history real quick.
What's the ingredients in that? This also applies to an area of my expertise.
Oh yeah. So
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm probably dying right now breathing this in. This is in my office. So I got this skunk scram. It says it's all natural, but everything's all natural, right?
Yeah.
And I got them for $4. They sell for $29, $27, and I can sell these on Amazon.
Nice.
And they sell about 200 a month. So
zoom up on that label. Yeah, let's see that real quick. Hold on. Or just on the front where it says the active ingredients.
I got the active.
No
here.
worries. Just that on the other one, it has the active ingredients right there in the bottom left, right there. Perfect. All right, so we got dried blood.
So these are go against my vegan.
Non-vegan.
These are
Pest
non-vegan.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I will say, and this isn't okay, not to deter anyone from buying this is about as effective as you're going to get for, I'll put it this way, it's about as effective as you're going to get for non-trapping, non-poison.
Well, it doesn't say
skunk
it
control
just
method.
says skunk scram.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
yeah,
get out of here.
repellent. Yeah. And I will say a lot of those ingredients as well are included in some
Broseph
different,
doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a comedy fan and he's just starting eBay.
I
Go
will
on and
say,
buy these on Amazon.
this is why I'm phrasing it this way. This is about as effective as mammal and also reptile control will go as far as repellent treatments, because they smell the shit and they're like, ugh. And, they try to like dig at the ground to, eat the grass and the flowers or whatever. And they're like, ugh.
Well, I got about 20 of these at $4 a piece. So it cost me like $100.
That's gonna sell.
And they're going to sell and they're going to make about $100. It's
Yeah,
like, they're going to make like $125. And so
the other thing I was going to say was that tons of people buy quarterly pest control and bi-monthly pest control as well. And only a portion of those pest control technicians actually do their job. So, and they're using real chemical. So you are definitely going to sell these.
yeah, they sell pretty well. I went into Home Depot, and if you go on eBay, they're selling the delivery charge they're selling for about $27.99 on eBay with less fees, but not as quickly. And so for me, I would rather just, if I can sell them on Amazon and they're profitable, I'm just going to throw all these in a Walmart moving box today, slap some labels on it, drop it off, and forget about it. And and over the next 30 to 60 days, those will return a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is easier for me than eBay. So with eBay though, right? Let's just say, for example, I can't sell these. I'm not ungated in Milwaukee on eBay, right? So if you were to do this on eBay though, if I were to take these photos and copy them from Amazon, right? And paste them into eBay, do you think that's less effective than taking a picture of the box like this and showing what I actually have?
I would do both. I would take what I might do, I would like research specifically if it's like legal or whatever, but like, if you can use stock photos. But I mean, I would maybe lead with the stock photo and then, to get the, because it's more visually, satisfying, appealing.
Yeah. So I'm always curious to this because if I feel like, so when you're on, so if this was on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people would be like, that's a scam. But when you put this on eBay, I feel like people think this is a scam.
Yes.
Like on eBay, they want to see the box that they're buying like this. And on Amazon, they want to see professional photos.
Yeah. So maybe the opposite. Maybe
I'm always torn of what I should put where and how do you do it? So you just, if this was you would just take a picture like this with your phone, with the eBay app. Yeah. It would recognize what it is, and it would in the AI would write it for you.
Yes. Now, what you can also do is you can go to one of those sold items, and you can click sell similar.
Yeah.
And then it'll just sometimes I do that for like if one, like for example, you saw all those different ones. I'd pick the one with the highest sell price and pick that title. And then
so this is what I typically do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I would typically do is I would go to these solds and I would look at the highest price and price shipping to lowest, highest right here. So I would do sold like this, and I'd be like, okay, on the 12th, the highest one sold for $65.97 or $6.49 delivery. I would copy these almost exactly because they're the highest.
Yeah. I will say the one, I guess, asterisk on that is that I think the highest one for this specific one, it did say sold by an official
Well, I was gonna say
Milwaukee.
these two have official, and this one doesn't have an official.
Yeah.
And so I would almost like copy this exactly. And then I also got these, by the way, for $4.
Nice. Wow.
And
oh, wait, the glasses? No, you got those for 11, right?
Yeah, let me show you what I got
Okay.
for $4 if I can find them.
Gotcha.
Oh, they're not on Amazon. They typically sell on Home Depot for $49.99, but I found it, but I can only find them on eBay. Those spikes, these right here.
Yeah.
These selling on Home Depot for they were $49.99, but they were marked down to $4. So I bought cases of them. They still sell for $17.95, $18. So I'm still gonna make like 200% profit on these.
Nice.
But I bought a case of them, and there's like 10 to 20 more cases of them on the top shelf in this Home Depot that I went to up north. So I wanted to test buy first before I buy all this stuff.
See if it works.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So you would go and find a good high price thing, and then basically, so you would probably go to this one that doesn't say authorized, or even this one right here. There was 42 plus 99, and
Perfect.
and then you copy their starting price and everything and the title. Chase basically can just go to sell one like this.
Yeah. And honestly, my goal too for some of this stuff is to like keep my costs down enough that I can like take that starting price, knock a couple bucks off, and still sell it, because that's but at that price it'll still be more than what other people are. It's kind of in between. It's not the highest, but and that's just my preference right now. I mean, I'm sure it'll change if I get better sales, but just because at this point I'm like, all right, I want things to sell pretty fast. Like, for example, I found a gold mesh wallet, Whiting and Davis, at a estate sale just this past weekend. Listed it. I think 2 days later it was gone, because I did that same exact method. I listed it for like, because I think the other one sold for 25. I listed mine for like 22.5 or 22 or something like that, maybe even $20, and it sold. And so, by the way, I want to show you something. This Moses's handmade cypress.
Oh, nice.
Got a little Greek thing here.
That's pretty cool.
Greek pottery. Yeah. Anyway,
are you gonna resell that?
I'm thinking it, because I got it for like $2.50. It's I have a weakness for like little, not so much like ceramic stuff, but like little trinkets that my wife's like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, oh, you can have that. But which is fortunately, nothing I'm buying for too high a price. Little $2-3 things. But yeah, this thing apparently about $15 to $20. So might go ahead with that one.
Yeah. So I wanted to see, I'm not going to bring this up. So I want to ask you something.
Yes.
When you think of eBay and you think of a buyer on eBay, right, who's purchasing this stuff, I'll ask you first so I don't pollute the water. Explain to me what you think the mindset of a welcome Pandatron of an eBay buyer is.
Mindset of an eBay buyer. It's kind of like, all right, so you go to Amazon, you're like, all right, I need something quick. eBay, I feel like, is kind of more like, I'm looking I want something, but I want it cheap. I don't want to pay the full price. I don't, it's, it's the online thrift store. It's, that's what it is. And that's also, this is a thought I've specifically had in the last week of it being the online thrift store, because I've noticed, for example, my clothes that are priced closer to what just a thrift store nowadays would price it at, those ones are selling. I had a couple higher price things, like that vintage shirt I talked about the other week, as well as just today an LL Bean Gore-Tex trench coat.
Yep.
And it was 45 and 40 respectively. And those two, if you can find the super nice, like stuff that people are like, ooh, I want that, that's great. But other than that, it's kind of like a thrift / antique store, I guess you could say. And people are looking for deals. They're not wanting to pay the full price.
Okay. So I've had brand new items, right?
Yeah.
That I've gotten from a wholesaler, brand new in the box, receipts, everything, paper trail. I tried to sell them on eBay. Don't sell. Taking that same product for like triple the price and put it on Amazon, and it's sold like over the night or in that week.
Yep.
And you can sell used items on Amazon, and I've had used items in the box sell for more quicker than eBay.
Dang.
And so it's
higher traffic.
I think that people feel as if eBay it's got scammers on it sometimes. It is thrifty. You're taking a shot. They don't recognize that you can buy new stuff on there. They trust Amazon more than eBay. And so I was always wondering that. And the reason I had asked you that, I feel similar, because when I have an item that I can sell on both, right? Let's just say I could sell this on both. I feel as if like we were saying with the pictures, I feel like they want professional photos like this on Amazon, or they feel it's a scam. But on eBay, they feel like this is more scammy. And
unless
this
it has
more,
that authorized dealer thing.
Yeah, this is more legitimate. And so I asked Gemini, I said, who is the average buyer on eBay? I just did this when we were talking off screen, of what expecting from eBay compared to other sites. And in 2016, the average eBay buyer is no longer just a hobbyist looking for a bargain. They're sophisticated, value-driven enthusiasts, supposedly, who uses the platform as a specialized alternative to mass market retail. While eBay boasts roughly 134 million active buyers, the platform has pivoted into strategies to cater to high-end spending core demographics. So it's claiming that
there is a point to that. No, I'll let you get. Sorry.
Yeah. So who are the buyers? It's claiming that it's 35 to 64 bracket, 61% of the users, but the fastest growing high engagement on the mobile app for the live shopping is 18 to 34. And the gender is roughly 62% male, which I kind of know, because if I try to put wholesale makeup on eBay, it doesn't really sell. And then expectations, eBay versus other sites, it says they have a specific hunter mindset, probably like you were saying, they're trying to get a deal. Unlike Amazon, where they have specific details or luxury items. So let's just look at some comparisons here.
Yeah.
It's a hunter mindset. So like a thrifter mindset versus a convenient mindset. And then Etsy, they're saying, is a gifting type mindset.
Yes.
Product expectations on eBay: unique, used, or refurbished. Amazon, brand new and standardized. And this is something that's always interesting to me. People don't realize you can sell used items on Amazon. And people don't realize you can sell brand new items on eBay. And both of them do offer handmade arts as well. But if I was going to buy something handmade, I would go to Etsy.
Yeah.
And then shipping expectations on eBay, they want free, but they assume that it's going to be slower. Amazon, they say it's going to be ultra fast next day. And then Etsy is slower, personal touch. I know some people that sell on Etsy, and it's like about the unboxing. Like it's got bows and you open it up and there's cards and stuff.
Specifically why I haven't started selling on there yet. I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to spend $300, a week on packaging.
Yeah. And then the last thing here that's interesting is people on eBay expect to negotiate, where people on Amazon are willing to pay extra for speed.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, so,
this is pretty much exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if that's one of those manifest destiny type things, is like I had to buy I went to buy this, which is
Yeah,
a
the ODD.
universal car thing, so I could check the codes in my car. Because I kept getting an emissions code, but they couldn't figure out what it was. And I put some dry gas in it for about a month, every other fill up. And then I cleared the codes and they've gone away and they haven't come back in over a month and a half now.
Sick.
So it's an older car, so it might have just had something in the
Built up.
injectors or whatever built
Yeah.
up. Because I got my inspection for the year coming up this month. But anyways, I probably could have just gone right to eBay and got one of these pretty inexpensive, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to use it forever. And I want the codes and I want to make sure it's got the software cards and the
Yeah.
updates and all that stuff. So I did end up buying this on Amazon. I didn't even think of going to
Same.
eBay. And after the fact, I went to eBay and there was people selling them for brand new in the sealed plastic for about $10 to $15 cheaper.
Yeah.
But I also was like, I want this on Monday because I want to test all this, clear it, not have to worry about it. Because if I do need to get work done to the vehicle, I need to schedule that, get it there and get the work done. And I've only got 2 weeks to do that. So I was on a time crunch. And I was like, is this just me or is everybody? And then I was like thinking like my mother is never going on eBay.
Yeah.
Like she's going to go to Amazon. She's going to think eBay is shysters. And like Amazon is like the prim and proper.
Yeah.
Store. So I don't know if that's how you guys.
No, that's kind of like, I mean, what kind of my vibe, that's kind of it. I will say this is where, the jewelry that I'm selling shines because that's not on Amazon. You don't, I mean, you probably could find people, but that's not like the market, it's eBay and Etsy are primarily the markets for this jewelry. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably could make a little bit more money on Etsy, but I already have the eBay set up, maybe at some point I will set that up, but right now I'm just not trying to spread myself too thin. I'm like, all right, let's build this up, get that going. But to the point earlier about the AI said, GPT said about high end specialty niche stuff. That's pretty much exactly what I'm doing with the jewelry because there's a lot of like vintage stuff from, between the 40s to, 70s, the 80s. Even technically 90s is now considered vintage, but it's over 20 years. But it's mid-century stuff that that people love, and nowadays, it's. I think that's kind of part of that reference to more high-end people. On top of that, selling jewelry lots. There's a lot of people reselling stuff on like Whatnot and stuff. And I thought about doing this on Whatnot, but I was like, all right, again, maybe at some point in the future, let's table that for now. Let's focus on getting all the shit I have right now listed, like all that, those two piles right there, that's still closed that need to be listed. All this, the only the stuff in the blue tower right there has been listed. I've got a bunch of other jewelry.
I'm in that group, right? I'm in that group, and a lot of people are doing reselling, eBay and stuff. And a lot of them in the chat talk about the 45-hour rule. And they don't buy anything that they don't put online within 48 hours.
Oh, shit.
And if they haven't put anything online within 48 hours, they don't buy anything new until they have everything that they've bought listed.
That's a good idea.
And so today,
spend a lot of time
researching. Saturday, I'm going to get up early, and I had pump returns, so I can't get into it too deeply. But the company that I do medical things, one of the things that everybody has to have is a pump, and the pump is it basically circulates stuff through their ports or whatever.
Gotcha.
And if they go and they're rural, I got to go there and swap them out immediately. And sometimes when they're really rural, like yesterday, you have to give them 2 pumps, so they always have a backup pump.
Yeah,
because we can't get them there soon enough. And then you get paid to bring them back, but they're very expensive. for repair or whatever. But anyways, I had to bring those. So I got up early and I was like, since I'm out, I'll go to Home Depot, see if there's anything there. I pulled up the app. I started going through. I'm like, oh, there's a ton of stuff. And the way that the app that I'm using works is it's organized by the biggest discount. And then, so like I was darting around the store. You can kind of scroll through it, but it tells you the aisle and the day. So I was like, over here, over here, over here. And I was like, crap, I'm going to be late for the show. But it'll be worth it. Anyways, what was
Totally. Yeah. No,
what was I
don't worry.
saying? Oh, so I was like, I bought more stuff this morning, even though I was like, I'm not buying any more stuff until I pack and put the stuff that I already have online. So the other thing too, let me pull up my eBay store here because I had some other questions of what you thought. So unfortunately, my store is very dry. It's stuff that I sell on Amazon that I like putting on here. So it's like I had this makeup here that I don't think any women are ever going to go on. This is very popular South Korea facial cream that would sell overnight on Amazon, but because I got to put it on eBay because I got gated, it's like no one's seeing it. They don't even know that it's here.
Yeah.
Same with these zinc tablets, but these, to give you an idea, I got them on here individually, and these I did take my own photos for, so people could see the size of this, and the weight. But I was thinking, I put them on here as buying them individually, but I actually have cases of these that are sealed.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when it's on eBay, I think I have like 40 cases of these. I should probably make another listing and sell them by the case.
Yeah.
As well. So back to what you were saying about multiple sites. You start juggling stuff because I have this listed on Amazon. I have this listed on eBay. I'm going to have it listed on eBay in bulk and in individual things. And you really got to keep up on your inventory because as they start selling and you're like, oh, I have 40 cases and I have 100 individual units, but then you sell 3 cases, you don't have 100 units anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to mess all this stuff around. So if you're dealing with one piece of jewelry and you put it on Etsy and eBay, and then you wake up and it's sold on both,
yep,
you're in a lot of trouble. What I was thinking that we could do, or what you could do, is take high quality photos, upload them to Gemini, which uses Nano Banana. And we can do this live right here, actually.
Hell yeah.
So let's go. What's the name of your eBay store again?
Broseph Smith 420.
Okay, so let's go to Oh, I know how to find it. Let's go back to my main page here.
Oh yeah, I saw it right there. 3 copper codices, cannabis
leaves.
Yeah.
So let's go into your store. How do I get to your store?
Oh, right there. Bam.
So let's take one of the necklaces that you have. Let's take this, right? This looks pretty good. You're selling these as a lot?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So if I take this photo, I'm going to save this image to my desktop. See if it will save it as a JPEG for me. It did. Perfect. Now I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to start a new chat and I'm going to upload that photo. And then I'm going to say,
pimp my photo.
Yeah. Hey, Gemini. I want to create a listing on Pinterest for this item. Can you make it look high definition and more professional? So I was thinking, You take your images that you have on eBay, which are fine. They're not bad. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. And you
Yeah,
put them
no.
in Gemini really quick. And then you ask it to spice them up and see. I want to see what it turns this into with the nano banana 2. And then you could create a Pinterest with a pin of jewelry would be the collection with all pins of the jewelry that you sell, with a link to your eBay store in the description. So when women are scrolling through Pinterest, they might not be on eBay, but they're on Pinterest.
Damn.
And so this would be a way to get the female, because it's like 60-something% men on there, right? So they took that image here and you put this on Pinterest. That looks pretty legit, no?
Yeah. Hold on, go back real quick. Let's just double check that. Yeah, damn.
So here's yours. And then I asked it to spice it up and make it look professional. So if you put this, and this watermark here is the Gemini watermark, so you know that it's AI.
Yeah.
But you take this photo and you put it on Pinterest and you put the description and the link to your eBay. So women are on Pinterest, but they're not on eBay. And then they click on the link and then they go over and they look at the actual thing. And then now they're here and they can look at each piece individually. Yes. I wonder if that would work. Or I mean,
it would probably, because this speaks to what you were talking about. I think it was earlier this week or possibly last week. I forget, about a message you was sent to me about the I think it was earlier this week, the funneling people to what you where you want the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Like, that's great.
Yeah. So to the viewers at home, and some of you probably know this already, and I just been doing a lot of marketing, a lot of AI, a lot of understanding of how to make money on the internet. And you hear of the term funnel, right? And I kind of loosely knew what a funnel was. It's like you have a big group of people and you want to put them in their funnel. And then supposedly, like, they slide down the funnel, and then the end is, like you or whatever. But
it's like the money sliding down and going into your pocket.
Well, yeah. But you have to decide what your funnel is, right? So if your funnel is making money on eBay, is like your top priority, your top goal, then you want everything that you do outside of eBay to bring the person that sees you to eBay. So if you have a TikTok account, the TikTok videos should all be about your eBay thing, and the top link and your link tree should bring them to eBay. And if you have a YouTube channel, you shouldn't, you know what I mean? You should have your link tree and the top one would be your eBay. But you don't want to be on YouTube saying, "Hey, I'm on YouTube, check me out on TikTok." Because then you're funneling them away from your end goal, right? And so every strategy that you're setting up should be bringing them to your end funnel. And so the difficulty becomes how to transition to people that aren't used to being on one platform to another. So like today, we have a bunch of dudes in the chat that are familiar with eBay. So it's easy to get them to click over and put the eBay link below. But it would be, but if you were making a bunch of eBay videos about your jewelry on TikTok, you probably don't want to link your TikTok below and say, "Hey, everybody, head over to TikTok and check out my eBay videos." It's like, why? You want them, the end of your funnel is the eBay thing. That's where you want them to go. And that was a mistake that I was making. So like, if you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, then your TikTok should be about your YouTube, and your Instagram should be about your YouTube, or it should be about clicking your link tree to get around the platform policies.
Yes.
And then the top link in that. So let me pull that up too. So let me just pull up some things that I'm thinking about here and trying to work on that I'm not 100% sure. Where is my link tree? Oh, under my social medias. Is it social? Yeah. Okay. So is it popcorns or is popcorn social medias? All right. So working on this right here. And I was trying to originally funnel everybody on TikTok over to my Gumtree, where they're purchasing either a list of 150 of the gig apps I put together, or if they want to move up the ladder and they do Instacart or whatever, I have a AI prompt that I've created that allows them to take screenshots and figure out how profitable the job is that they're working on. And this is it works on it's going to pull their vehicle, their information, their gas prices, and everything, and the prompt is going to set it up so it's specific to them for $9.99. And then after you do that, these things I want these to be secondary places they can find me. But I'm still not sure anymore what my funnel is. But whatever your funnel is, you want to make sure that you're driving that traffic to a place that's important. Now, Linktree is just a good tool because, like on TikTok, you're not supposed to supposed to tell people to leave the platform. So on TikTok, you're not supposed to say, go follow me on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You can make eBay videos on TikTok, and and since they have a TikTok shop, you're not even supposed to say, go buy on my eBay, but you can say, hey, my name is Broseph and I'm an eBay seller, and here's all my eBay stuff, whatever. And then my links above if you want to get more involved in what I'm doing. And then when you click the link, the first thing they're going to see is your eBay store. Then they can go there, they can see the coins, they can see the jewelry, and in whatever it is. And then the rest of the stuff, once they like you, they're supposedly will do on their own. But the more you get into this, it becomes shiny object syndrome, because I'm getting giving myself anxiety just thinking about it. I've been doing like AI projects, flipping projects, learning Gumtree, making digital products. I was able to do, this is just with Claude. I was able to make this artwork, even add these pings here to make it look high def, all on Claude through programming. Oh, I don't even have it on the screen. Even add these pings here and make this artwork. It helped me design the names here. It helped me design all this. And then on Gumroad, if somebody wants to buy it, they can just click, I want this. You can put 0 in here. I want this, and it will bring you over to check them out. All you need is an email address. And then it brings you to other things that they can shop. And I don't love the artwork. I'm still messing around with all this stuff, but I don't have I'm time constrained right now. So I've been like, okay, I got this up at 60% of that I like it.
Yeah.
To see if it works. And it has been working. I have been making sales on it. So now it's like, now I can go on TikTok and drive and just make videos all day, 3 videos a day, driving people to buy this. And then every sale is either a new client or whatever. And the good thing about that list, that's $0. Sorry to keep going. The $0 list
worries.
Is all the links to the thing. I'm starting to fill them in with my affiliate link. So as I give them this 350 list, if anybody uses it and then starts signing up, the ones that have affiliates are my affiliate link that they're using. So if they do it, they like it, and they stick with it, I'm going to get a kickback from it.
Sick.
So it's a free piece of software that actually can generate income and trust. And it does work. I've proof of concept, and I was able to build that with AI The research, the colors, the artwork, the writing, the scripts, the coding, fixing the prompt, all working back and forth with AI. So it
Very
took me
nice.
a couple days to figure it out, but if I did it again, it would be much quicker. So, anyways,
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
uh,
That's yeah. I mean, and to that point, in contrast with you, I have procrastinated doing pretty much, any TikTok or and that's now that I've, to my point of, I'm gonna, focus on eBay and focus on other stuff next. My goal for this next week after 'cause side note, we have our lease renewal coming up, as well as a leak that, a leak in the ceiling that the plumbing's fixed, but now they need to, you know,
yeah,
tear it out and redo it. So yesterday I spent most of the day moving the living room to the front family room, and then all the furniture and all that stuff with my buddy, and then as well as cleaning. So I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning today. But my goal on, we going to do this virtual inspection thing on Sunday, get that out of the way. And then after that, my goal for the week is, obviously list all that crap, but then also kind of focus more on, actually, or rather actually focus on TikTok.
yeah,
And, kind of not absolutely well, I guess, yeah, prioritize that, as I'm doing my eBay stuff, just setting up the camera, and just going and, just making the videos, getting myself back in the algorithm, especially with the tips that you've sent me this week about specifically, the
yeah. We're closing in on an hour. I could do a whole
oh
hour
yeah,
on what I've learned about the algorithm in TikTok. And I keep going through. When I first got on it, I was like, "This is not for me. I'm on the wrong side of the internet."
yeah.
But then as I got further into it, I was like, "Okay, I see where I could fit in."
Yeah.
And then I had a video pop off, a couple of them. So I'm like, "Okay, I got this." And then I'm like, now that I found something that worked, just go repeat that. And I went to repeat it, and then 87 views. So I don't even want to get into it because it would get me off on another hour of
On
stuff. We
another,
said we're
yeah.
going to try to do whatever. What I would say,
TikTok secrets.
I am going to get into. I want to get into a couple of the questions in the chat before we do
Yeah, for
close it
sure,
up.
definitely.
But for you and for me, I have very male oriented stuff that I'm selling, like for plumbers and electricians. I think people would actually go on there and find this. So I have some light bulbs that I'm going to put on eBay, and I have bulk. I have 200 of them, so I could put them on there in bulk sets too. And so I'm going to figure out what the track light bulbs. So I was going to figure out how many what an average track has in it and sell it in bundles of that. So I think it's 5.
Gotcha.
So I was going to send them in bundles of 5
to make it convenient for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Indian. Thank you.
And then so some of the stuff in cases. But for you, what I would do, because this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to list everything that I could do. You tell me if this sounds like a good plan. I'm going to list everything that I have here. On first, it's going to go to Amazon. If it goes to Amazon, it's going to get labeled and shipped and gone. So it's out of sight, out of mind. Next, I'm going to list it on eBay, and with little to no advertising. I usually do like 2%, just a little something to keep it in the algorithm of a general ad. But they don't get much views at that point because they're recommending like 11%. But I'm going to put everything up there and see what sells and gets views organically. Then anything that doesn't, I want to figure out a way to drive traffic. So for what I would do if I were you is I get everything that I had there listed and put up online, and then look through the amount of views that it's getting that eBay shows you and sort by lowest views. And first, obviously, check if it's a price, check if it's the photos, check if whatever. And if all that looks good, then I would immediately take that photo, put it in Gemini, do what we did and turn it into a high definition ad for Pinterest, put it over on Pinterest and shoot traffic over to
Yes.
the eBay store through the link that you can put in there for the item and see if people are, because there's women that go on Pinterest and just look at stuff for their house all day.
That's so true. I
And
totally
so like, since
gotta think
eBay
more
is
like a
male
woman.
dominated, that's a way to get women from a female oriented site and funnel them to a male oriented site.
It's a male
But since
dominated
I
space.
have very male oriented items for sale, like these
Yeah,
flanges and
yeah.
stuff, it's like if they're not selling, I got to figure out a way to like, where are the HVAC guys going to look for parts, or where are they scrolling on the internet? Maybe
Yeah.
it might just be me on YouTube Shorts being like, hey, I'm selling these on eBay, but let me just tell you a little bit about how I got them.
Yeah.
And then if they click in the link in my bio, they can go over to eBay and get them. But maybe they're scrolling YouTube Shorts and I make a video. I know it goes against TikTok's policy, so I can't make a video about this on TikTok.
Yeah.
But you can on YouTube. So I think I'm going to start doing that, because the what's good about the internet is you can learn how to make content, and then that piece of content is like a commercial, and then you can funnel those people from that commercial over to stuff where in the back of the day, you just put this on the internet. If it didn't sell, you eventually throw it away.
Yeah.
Now you can be proactive and be like, hey, you're probably getting these at Home Depot and they're probably costing you like $6 a piece. Well, I got them for $2.60 and I got hundreds of them. If you want to get these for $2.60, you know what I mean? Or buy them by the case, they'll be even cheaper. I can ship them right to your house.
That's, yeah.
You know,
that's one that's a thought I've had recently about, I mean, I guess kind of what we've been talking about in general with the Pinterest and everything is that, you know, you've got to be aggressive about your own marketing, you know, like, and exploring other options. That's why I wrote down the Pinterest thing. I was like, noted.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know that would work, but it's just, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to monetize my mind.
Yeah, same.
Because like so many people will message me, and let me just pull back up Gemini here. Like my mind just works like this. Paul and me have a lot of similarities, but my mind just works like this, where I'm like, oh, you could just take this photo, turn it into this, and put it on Pinterest.
Yeah.
But I got to figure out how to monetize that, what I just did there. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, I guess
it doesn't work for HVAC.
No, it's just that like, when I make videos or whatever, especially like one of the problems that I'm having on like, on TikTok is it's all like beautiful women with perfect lighting that have like scripts. And if you watch it long enough, I feel like I'm playing Skyrim. And I'm like just walking into different taverns and the NPCs are talking to me when I go up to the thing, because they all are using like the same hook, the same script, the same trending music that everybody feels comfortable with. So they're tying the comfort of people using that technique to them. So when people come to the thing, they're like, oh, I know this and familiar. So when they see me, they're like, whoa, this is a scary dude that doesn't have good lighting, that isn't what I'm comfortable with. So one of my big videos is me doing the anti-move. So you're supposed to show your eyes, you're supposed to make content, you're supposed to be well lit, you're supposed to show yourself, you're supposed to speak up loud. And one of my biggest organic videos is me like this going, hey, stop right here. I got a secret that no one else can tell you. All right, are you here? If you don't know, go away, because this isn't for you. And like, so, but I was like, I don't want to make videos like that all day, but maybe that's the angle that's going to make the anti-angle.
Yeah.
The no hook. So whatever they tell you, you have to do, like you have to hook, speak up loud, make eye contact, have good lighting. Maybe I will do no hook.
Bad lighting.
bad lighting, whisper, cover my eyes,
Yeah.
so that it's
It's the
like
punk rock way to
it's
do it, you know?
so
The
shocking.
exact opposite.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, and also it's kind of discouraging because I originally wanted to sign up for the TikTok affiliate program, and I did all the strategies. I did everything that they said to do. I worked on it. I pushed through, and I got up to all the qualifications. And now there's a fourth check mark there that says we can't put you on yet. And people are like, oh, and then you go on TikTok, and it's like everybody's like, oh, I got mine. I got like 1,000 followers in like 24 hours, and then I was approved for the TikTok shop in like 48 hours. It took me a month to get the followers, and I had to do tricks and all this stuff. It's been 20, now it's another almost month, and I haven't got approved, even though I have all the qualifications.
Yeah.
So I think they're like, scan it. Is it a beautiful lady that can sell stuff? No. Scan it. Is it a beautiful lady that can sell
How
stuff?
big
Yes,
are your
approved.
breasts?
Yeah, because like I wouldn't say that it's disappointing, but it's like I originally got on there to try TikTok sales and affiliate stuff.
Yeah. Did you remember to fill out the when you did sign up for the affiliate? There's a section that says cup size. If
Yeah,
you,
yeah. Well, I can't even get to the affiliate. I did give them my ID, and I did
Yeah.
put a bank account in there the other day, which I hadn't done. But like I've been like when I first signed up, I checked it every like couple of hours with the idea that it would
Any minute now.
it would
Yeah.
get approved. And then some people said, oh, it's going to be 7 days. And then the next group of people were like, oh, it takes like it could take up to 14 days. Now I'm like, I think I'm on like day 27. And so I'm like,
4
okay,
weeks.
so I'm still not approved. And then somebody else, yeah. So here's what it is still. Like, see that fourth check?
Must pass TikTok shopping creator account checks. What the hell?
Yeah. So supposedly online, they claim that means that TikTok thinks you're a scammer. But I'm like making content and everything on there. I think the other thing too is like I'm not using the app.
Yeah.
So like people go on there and they actually are like watching videos, talking to people, engaging. So I started engaging, but even that is frustrating because like there's 100 videos. I don't even want to get into it. We can do it next week because it'll take us another hour. So let's answer some of the questions and then call it a show.
Hell yeah.
So Pandatron had a question. What do you guys think about Macari, Let Go, Offer Up, etc.? So I was told to use Macari.
Yes.
I haven't used it yet, but I was told to use it, so I want to use it. I have used Let Go and Offer Up years ago. When I moved and I wanted to sell all the stuff that I had in my apartment, I used Offer Up and I had really good luck with it until Facebook bought it and kind of, I think they kind of revamped it or put it together with Facebook Marketplace. And I'm banned from Facebook. So my Offer Up account got banned when I got banned from Facebook. And my original Instagram account got banned. So I don't know how Offer Up is now. It's been about probably 8 years since I've used Offer Up. And I used Let Go at the time. And I had better experience with Offer Up than Let Go. But I've heard good things about Macari.
I have not tried any of them. I do have a Macari account that I was going to because for a few days I was thinking about before I looked more into it about just setting up all these and getting a cross listing app to kind of manage it, until I realized that these cross listing sites and apps don't function properly unless you have for example, because the idea of these sites is that like for example CrossList, it's I believe a site that I think an app's coming out soon or something. Anyways, you've got to have a Chrome tab up with the site open in order for it to, when for example, if you have an item listed on eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, Macari, OfferUp, Let Go, whatever ones are compatible with, you can list them all those places. And then the idea is that as soon as it sells, it delists it from everything else automatically. And I was like, sweet, awesome. That sounds great. The caveat is that you have to have a Chrome tab up and running constantly in order for it to for it to function. And that's a detriment because most of my sales have been during the night when I'm not awake and the computer's off. So, I'm like, I don't think it's worth, the extra
I see how it could be to run a computer 24/7.
Once you get more money, that would be
like if you had 1,000 items or 3,000 items like Paul, and you can cross-platform them, and you have one computer running 24/7 that does that, I could see how that would be. So
and to Pandatron's, real quick, he just said, Dan Broseph, hopefully a solution comes for that soon. There is one that I looked at. I wasn't comfortable with using it yet. It's an AI cross-listing thing, and they claim that that you can just automatically but basically because it's an AI, it's not run through server based. You don't have to have the or whatever. Look at me pretending like I understand technology, but because it's not a website, it's an AI system. They claim that it automatically that they will automatically delist things. However, I did see when I was researching, because I always do this stuff, I was researching it on Reddit, and people are like, "Yeah, I've had a couple issues with it," and so I'm like, "All right, well, until they get that fleshed out."
I already thought about this, so I was thinking you would do this. You have like an AI chatbot, AI agent, and then you give it API access to Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Amazon, and everything, right? In one interface. Then when your store, and even like Shopify store or whatever. And so when you log in and you want to place an item, instead of going to any site, you go to this AI agent and you have a picture and the UPC and whatever. And then you give it access to stuff, and then it creates the listings for all the different sites for you at once. And then when it sells, that agent knows, and it also ends all the listings for that as it being sold for you, which is something that it's pretty easy to do with Claude code. It would take a while, and I don't know how to market it. I'm learning this stuff now. I just started setting up AI voice receptionists that can call and book appointments for companies, and I'm trying to set them up to call and book appointments. So you'll email the customer saying, "Hey, saw your thing, you're missing appointments. If you want a demo, whatever," they give permission. So if whatever, then my AI agent will call them up, talk to them, and sell them, close the deal, and then I can set up them with the receptionist. So the salesperson is the product. Anyways.
So yeah. And so that's wow, completely automating the call centers. It's
so you can do what since I've been getting into that, I know that I could probably with Claude code
get that set up.
I could get a multi-listing thing through bots. And what you would do is you create like a CEO, you would create an AI agent, which is a research and listing agent manager, which when you give it a listing, it researches all that stuff. Then you would create an eBay bot, Amazon bot, a Mercari bot, a Letgo bot underneath it. And then it would set up the workflow that you put an item in, and the main CEO bot that you create researches and does all the stuff and puts the tags and stuff. Then it tells the bots underneath it to do that thing, and then it would whatever. And then say, if it sells, I need you to report back to me when it sells. And so then the eBay bot would say it's sold. It would tell the CEO bot that you create that research the listing that it sold. Then it would tell the other bots that it's sold to remove and then they would remove the listing. And the issues that people are having with it right now, not issues, but there are security breaches, because if you were doing this and you made it known that you were doing this and you gave it access to like decision making and credit cards and stuff, and a hacker finds out, the cybersecurity aspect of it is a little bit up in the whatever. So, but a lot of people are making the decision that the amount of money that you can do and make versus the risk of getting hacked
Yeah.
is whatever. But if I was a hacker and I could do this, I would Superman everybody right now. Superman free everybody. So don't hack them and take everything. Hack them and take a couple cents from all the stuff that their bots are set up to do that they don't notice. So you're just using the income that they generate to just steal a little bit.
Take a little credit card fee off the top.
Yeah. So is it back to what Panda was saying about my persona online.
Yeah.
So Panda, you might want to look into this, and we're 14 minutes over, but I've been also looking into making money through what's called UGC, which is user generated content. And you can go to SideShift has been the one that's the most user friendly for me. I got approved for join brands for YouTube, but all the companies that wanted to hire me want me to put it on my YouTube channel as well. And that's not what UGC is. UGC is you make a piece of content, they take it. But I want to try SideShift because SideShift had a lot of outdoorsy stuff. And I dress punk, but if I got a UGC for an outdoorsy thing, I can put on my camo. I can put on a flannel, or whatever, like Panda said, and put a hat, go and assemble their tent and make a video of it. And I can easily look woodsy while I was doing content for outdoors material. So I have thought about that. The name of that company is SideShift. You can they'll pay you to do content, and they pay for a 60-second video. If you get approved, it's like $50. So if you're good at making content, you can make that and then add to your portfolio. And then some of the higher brands pay $150, $200 a video. And then you get brand deals where they break you off $1,000 to $5,000. I saw $50,000 deals that people are getting every month to make content for these brands to put on their sites to drive traffic. The other one is Billo Creator, Billo Creator, SideShift, and Join Brands. There's a couple of other ones. Just look up whatchamacallit, UGC. It's user generated content. Panda, you'd be good at it. You got a good look for an ambiguous look for multiple content things. No, I stand out. I'm not going to be able to do. I could maybe do some tech stuff, but I can't do tech. I can't. You know what I mean? And most likely, I'd have to make a funny video if I was going to do tennis or whatever.
Yeah. But
Panda could put a polo shirt on and short shorts and go play tennis just as quickly as he could put on
yes,
grunge clothes just as quick as he could change his persona. I am kind of stuck in my persona based on
we both have niche looks.
Yeah, I keep finding this stuff, and I think maybe what I'll do, because I like exploring businesses stuff, I was thinking maybe the way that I will monetize it is I might just start making spreadsheets of all this data that I find. I found a bunch of UGC sites that are hiring, and I just put them signed up for some kind of thing, but I'm I could just make a list of those and put it for $3. List of 20 UCG things updated monthly. So they pay $3.
Oh, yeah.
Every month they come back,
digital product,
and they have the list of all the UGC things to sign up for. And the gig app one, the same thing, and just keep creating spreadsheets of stuff that people want. I saw a guy selling TikTok hooks, and every month he updates the hooks. And so people pay a subscription to get to a spreadsheet because it's all the hooks to start a TikTok video. So it's you can monetize data that people are going to use over and over again, and sell those spreadsheets on there. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying not to get shiny object thing because I want to spend this weekend putting all this stuff up today. And then tomorrow I think I'm going to kickstart an AI business tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
And then Monday I'm going to start making some phone calls to businesses and try to see if I can get my first client, because I know how to, with a website, if you have no website, I know how to take your Google reviews and all your Google data on your company and make you a website with AI in less than 5 minutes, workable multi-page AI. And then once I have that, I know how to take that and take all that data and feed it into a chat bot where people could basically, it's just an LLM for your business. And then based on all that, I can create the receptionist AI that can call you and set appointments. So all I have to do is figure out a software that would allow me or the customers to link their Google Calendar or some sort of calendar app to the receptionist bot. And so when people call, they'll get the receptionist, and then it has access to the dates that you tell it you can have appointments, and it'll set appointments for you. And then I was thinking,
I was going to say too, because a criticism, and this is just, criticism of might be, oh, people don't want to talk to AI anymore. Dude, it is so smooth now. Before,
that's why the demo is the AI calling them.
Yes.
You set up a demo and you say, okay, here's what it is. And I want to set mine up first. So when I advertise and people call me, they get my AI agent talking to them, setting up an appointment, saying, I can set this up for you. I'm his agent right now. You think I'm a real person and we can do this for you. But then what I was going to do, I was going to get a ZipRecruiter account, an Indeed account, and all the other job searches. And I was going to look up receptionist hiring. And I was going to go to that company and say, oh, you're trying to hire a receptionist. It says it's $60K a year. What if I can get you one that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for $12,000 a year? Would that be willing? Would you be willing to do that and charge them or maybe, $6,000 a year and charge them $500 a month?
Yeah.
And give them, that's never on the other line too, because it's like, if you call, it's not like she's on the other line. It's another AI agent picks up. It's not an actual agent. When you call and you get somebody, if 100 people call at once, there's just 100 of these things talking to them.
Yeah, there's no lag in call volume, no missed opportunities because of like,
so,
all right, I'm gonna call.
I already know they're looking for a receptionist because they're hiring a receptionist, and I already know they're willing to pay a receptionist $80,000. So now all I have to say is,
undercut that.
$6,000, would you try mine? How about for $500? Would you try mine for a month?
It's $500 a month instead of like $4,000.
And I'll update it, and you can call me. We can change prices, and so all you really would have to do is you talk to them like once a month. I say, did you change any prices? Did you add any products? Is there anything going wrong? Are there any customer complaints? And then I just reprogram the issues for them.
Yeah.
And so I was actually thinking that it would be something like a one-time setup fee of depending on how big the company is, and then a monthly fee of like $100 or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, just that makes it easy for them too, be like, ooh, okay, wow, we're gonna save on health benefits too.
Yeah, it's hard to it's like no health benefits, never call in sick, like they're always available, and especially I was thinking
24 hours a day.
So you talk to a plumber. And you don't even try to sell them. You're just like, hey, I got a question for you. Well, here's what I was thinking I do. I work all day, but then I come home at night from 6, 7, 8 at night, and I got nothing to do. And I was thinking between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m., I start calling these businesses. And you're like, why would you call the business that they're not open? It's because they're going to miss my call. And then I'm going to say, hey, you missed my call. It's 7:30 p.m. I'm sure you're with your family as you should be watching TV,
Yeah.
but you
Living
didn't,
a life like all
you
us
just,
humans do.
yeah, you just lost my business because you didn't answer the phone.
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
think? You know what I mean? And so actually call me back because like I actually have an AI service that answers calls 24 hours a day, sets appointments 365 days a year, whatever. If you're interested, it's really cheap and blah, blah, blah. And then when they call back, I'm not answering the phone. They're getting my AI agent that says, hello, you've reached Right Ideas or automated flows,
Yeah.
uh, what can I help you with? And you're like, oh, and so now they're getting a demo and they don't even realize that I signed them up and they're a warm lead because I've already called and they missed my call. And then no one wants to talk to an AI agent. They don't sound realistic. Well, you're talking to one right now.
Yeah.
It's taking this data. So I don't know.
It makes sense. No.
I think I'm going to work on this. I think it's a pretty good idea. And I think people would
Respond to it. Yeah, for
respond
sure.
to it. Especially some people just don't want to answer the phone. I know when I had a contracting company, I didn't want to answer the phone because I
Yeah.
was working. So
Yeah.
like if you're doing construction and you get on the phone, you're not working anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, same when I was doing pest control, that's why I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when I was doing pest control, I answered phone calls from if I could see it wasn't the office calling me, I rarely answered because also I was like, that's the responsibility of the office for them to talk to customers. When it was someone that was one of my preferred techs or someone I knew wasn't, or someone I was preferred tech for, one of my customers more so, I was like, then I'd be like, yeah, what's up? How's it going? But yeah, because the same exact thing. If you're going constantly, then, and also, I mean, directly relating to this with pest control. I mean, the like if pest control companies started doing this would, I mean, cut down their costs, because
Yeah.
especially so maybe that might be something to look into, especially, maybe some
Well,
of
if
these
I can
seasonal
figure out,
salespeople.
I'm going to try to figure out how to set it up in systems. And if I
Yeah.
get the system set up, I want to show Dalton how to do it. And I want to show you how to do it because um, everything's about systems. You know what? This is my Gary V moment right here because of all the stuff that I've been looking at. People are worried about losing their jobs. And what is everybody going to do? Uh, in the future, everybody's worried about like us turning into the Matrix.
Yeah.
And I can see that. And then when you look at the Matrix, everybody's like, uh, I want to be Neo and I want to break out of the Matrix, right?
Yeah, I want to go against it. I want to
But
be.
really, what it is you have reality and then you have the Matrix. We're in the Matrix right now. You guys are tuning into the Matrix to watch us in the Matrix. I've never met Broseph in real life. He's just digital pixels on the screen to me. I'm in real world right now, as far as I know, and we're in the Matrix. But it's everybody's like, oh, I'm going to be Neo. I'm like, I'm already Neo. I'm already in the real world. But what you can be is the architect, right?
Yes.
And so as I start to learn these AIs, I was like, if I can really get good at this, it's like having an employee that you set up to do stuff. And so just with that eBay bundling thing, even if you just create an app and the app is, or a screenshot or whatever, it's like a business and it's like, okay, anybody can buy this from you. They pay for you. They pay crypto. They already have payment services that do all that stuff, that if the credit card fails, the system goes down, they repay it, they get it back. And there's no salesperson like calling them or whatever. They're just getting emails or it shuts off, right? So you create that site that you sell it to people that they sell on and they link it to all their selling sites. And now you have the CEO. They have a CEO that you sold them with all the little things.
Yeah.
But then what you're doing is you're creating another AI thing that runs all those sites for you. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I check in with one employee that runs all those people that are running all those sites and just say, hey, how's the business going? What's your generation? Do we have any problems that we need to fix or code? No. And then I get good enough that that business is talking to a bot that tells it to do that. And I'm creating another avenue. And the higher up the ladder you go, you create another AI agent that's
to control everything else that needs
that's going further and further down in these systems. In like
and so to your point
I know it
about
sounds scary, but I think we can get it to a point within pretty quickly over the next couple of years where a majority of people that aren't very skilled can check out of society and still get their basic needs met. And the people that are driven by finding this stuff out and doing this stuff can do it and get rewarded.
Yeah. Well, to your point about that, I saw a post recently. It was basically that, and now bear with me. Oh, shout out Drew. Shout out Sweet. Shout out Sumo Dog. But I saw a post recently. It was that the what do you call it? It was like some AI had massively messed something up because no, sorry. Let me get this straight. It was a guy tricked AI by saying he was like, the number one like hot dog eating journalist or something. I don't know, but he made fake articles and then tricked the SEO and blah blah blah. But whatever. What it said was, it's like it's as easy to trick the AI right now as it was to trick, the internet and Google back in the early 2000s. And that made me think of something, because when I was in school in the mid to, late 2000s and middle and high school, I remember teachers saying, don't use Wikipedia. It's not, it's not right, blah, blah. However, right around the time I was in high school, that in middle school, that was the time that it started, they started being more strict about, that there was a lot more verification. There was a lot more, people were like, okay, so this is how it works. All right, these are kind of the guidelines and guardrails we need to set up. And then, and then around, the 2010s, obviously you could still get scammed and everything, but, it became a lot safer to be on the internet. And, there's a lot more verification, a lot more, like, oh, okay, you're more layers of stuff. What I'm getting at is that's the accuracy of the AI and how people use it. And, I believe, as you probably do as well, that in the future it's, obviously, and this is kind of just a technological observation, but it's going to get better. It's going to get more accurate. It's going to, people are going to figure out ways to program it and do certain things so that, people get fucked over less, they'll be making less mistakes,
I actually,
yeah.
So this is going to sound strange considering I'm a philosopher on my baseline, but have you ever seen the video of the woman that says the truth isn't important? And everybody like flips out. She does a speech about who cares about the truth.
I'm not sure I've seen that one.
But anyways, it's basically people assume that she's like saying, let's lie to everybody. But currently LLMs are pretty much centralized for the public. So people tune in and they're like, okay, they got ChatGPT, they got Claude, and they got Gemini, are the three major ones they know, Perplexity, Grok, which are the LLMs that people know. But with Claude bots, or the stuff that I was just talking about with the agents, whatever, you can create your own independent LLMs where I'm just giving the data to, I'm just creating an eBay person and I'm feeding that eBay bot with all my knowledge about eBay, which may or may not be correct. But the truth doesn't matter as long as it's kind of getting the job done.
Yes.
And so into decentralization, into true free market capitalism within the confines of 3 or 5 major players owning the LLMs, you're going to get propaganda and bad information, good information, whatever. But as it decentralizes down and the truths become more personalized and you're creating little pieces of yourself,
Yes.
they'll be able to compete against one another. And so if you're doing eBay and I'm doing eBay and we both create an eBay bot that does all our eBay for us, we don't need the bot to be perfect, truthful, 100% infallible bot. We just needed enough that it generates more value than it doesn't generate by not existing.
Yes.
So it doesn't, you know what I mean? And if you keep doing that over and over again with all the different projects you have, and everybody's doing it, and it becomes more and more decentralized, you'll get to another tipping point where not everybody will want to have an LLM. They'll want to use somebody else's. And that will be
And it'll be more.
decentralized.
Yep.
And then you can sell yours to somebody. So they'd be like, oh, have you used Dave's LLM on eBay? No, I got stuff I need to sell. Who's got the best LLMs? Is like, I don't know if it's the best, but we like Broseph. We like Paul. We're going to support them. I'm using him. And then you would get their thing. You would hook it onto your computer. You would take pictures of the stuff you want to sell. It would do all the posting and selling and whatever. And then you get money. And then somebody might say, oh, I did it. And I got like $2,000 using like Gary V's eBay. LLM. You only made, 1,500 doing similar stuff with Broseph or whatever. So there will be some competition, but it'll be more architectural where people will be creating and sharing these systems that you can build upon and then build upon and build upon. It's really interesting, and it's so big and confusing right now that I don't know where to take a bite of the elephant of AI. But I will say I would prefer decentralized mistakes over the illusion of centralized perfection.
Yes. And that's kind of like, I mean, not to go off on another tangent again, but that's kind of the philosophical underpinnings of libertarianism too, just
Yep.
that we're the government, it doesn't take care of everything. It's the illusion that, things like, caring about people and healthcare and all that stuff is going to be taken care of. It's the illusion that, and meanwhile, it's actually seizing responsibility and doing it yourself. But also, even for as it decentralizes, and like you said, with these things competing with each other, then you are, as a business, offering something that can, take care of other people's needs, and it can do what people think the government does, it's, you may do whatever. Anyways.
No. I
Again, I didn't want to rant too long, and I felt myself going long there.
No, we're already. I wanted to find. Sorry, I'm using a bunch of different AIs, and I just found a new one that I think I want to recommend to everybody before we end the show here. But basically, it makes learning. It's the best one for that I found for learning. Let me see here. I wish I can. Oh, Manus LM. So
just going with the observation that some people have made that like all the AIs are named like something duplicitous, like a Gemini, it's it being two-faced, or and then the one, the one you just said, what was it?
I think it's called Manus.
Okay. And there's all the conspiracy theories about mantis aliens. So
yeah.
I could, sorry.
Yeah. So if you go to, I'm not familiar with that. If you go to Manus AI.
Yes, Palantir.
And basically with this software, I don't even know if this is the site. I'm trying to figure out from my history here because I was using it yesterday. It's MANUS, Manus, not Man S. Yeah.
Vandist Toboggan.
So if you go to, it's IM, that's why, not LM.
Oh.
So it's Manus, MANUSIM, and I was putting LM. Yeah, I found it here. Perfect. This is my new recommendation here. A couple of ones that I've been using that I really like. So if you're getting into AI too, the other one is going to give some real sauce here. This is called Prompt Cowboy. So when you're creating prompts, they're very important. This is free for the time being. And so if you're giving it a data, you can say like, like I need to create a thumbnail for YouTube out of these 3 pictures, right? And then you can say, and it's going to be this is a picture of Broseph and he does eBay, whatever. And this is Dave and he does this, whatever. And you write it. You take your raw prompts that you're writing in a layman thing and you plug it into Prompt Cowboy, and it structures it. It pretty much takes it from like human English into AI English, and it formats it how AI understands the breakdown of it, right?
Yeah.
So my system is I come here first when I want to write a prompt. I put it in here. Then I take this prompt, and if I want to make a photo, I go to Gemini because it uses Banana 2.
Yes.
If I want to have a brainstorming thing, it's going to go into ChatGPT. If I'm going to try to code, it's going to go into Claude, right? So you have the different tools. But if you go to Manus, this one, you can take a website, you can take a YouTube video, any sort of resources that you have and upload it to this, and it will break it down into a learning course with you. So like if you want to learn AI, instead of watching 50 different YouTube videos on it, and there's going to be a lot of repeats and you're speeding through whatever, you can go get the videos from the creators you like, punch it in here and tell it to create a slideshow for you. It does different things, but one of the things that I really like is to learn from this. This one will take YouTube videos and put it into a learning set for you where you can actually learn, and you can tell it how you learn best, and it'll create that workflow for you. So if you there's a lot of good video information, but you're better at reading, you can have this put it into a pamphlet for you to read. You know what I mean? If you have a pamphlet and you want to watch a video, you can give this a whatever, and it'll turn it into a video for you.
You say, can you please turn this video of a man speaking about this into one about an attractive lady explaining to me about the theory of relativity?
Yeah. So I really enjoy that. So every tool for the right thing. So like, like for example, with the Etsy thing that we were doing a second ago too, and I know we got to get going here, but to get this photo, right?
Yeah.
And here, let's do it again. I'm going to take this and we're going to put it into, oh, actually, this is interesting. So if I took that and I put this into Prompt Cowboy, it's going to take that basic prompt that I created for Gemini, and it's going to turn it into this prompt. So you can tell it what you wanted to do for your eBay picture, and then see it, and it turned it into this huge prompt here. Now go back and you put this prompt in, which is really letting the AI speak to the AI in its own language.
See the difference.
And I wish I would have saved the other photo, but you can.
I remember it.
Yeah, and so you can go here to let me do. And so if I went to ChatGPT too, and would do some comparisons. And so this is the same prompt, the cowboy prompt Cowboy just made the same photo. This is ChatGPT. I don't have a free subscription for ChatGPT anymore. I got rid of it. I switched over to Claude. But go back to Gemini. So that's interesting. I didn't ask it to do that. So all you would have to do is go back to Prompt Cowboy and say, I don't want any words. We are just updating the photo to look nicer. And
maybe you put the words there because it specified it was a Pinterest thing, and maybe I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe that is better for Pinterest.
And that would catch the eye.
So I just told it that I don't want any words in it, whatever, and it just said you've made one change, right? And so you can tell it in brief points everything you want to change to what you just did, and then hit improve. So you might have 5 things you want to change, and then you hit the improve button, and then it will make a new prompt. So this is what ChatGPT came up with.
They also labeled it.
Yeah.
So that must be like a Pinterest specific thing,
I think we're gonna see, because I just changed the prompt and said I don't want any words. And let's see what it does now. I've never been on Pinterest.
I think I created an account a while ago for something, and then
oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever been on, because like every time I've come here, you can't do anything unless you have an account.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to just see stuff.
What the heck? I'm just trying to look at pictures.
Yeah. Pinterest images. So maybe, I don't know maybe this is what it looks like here.
It's not too many words.
Yeah, I don't like that it's really blocking this stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, so let's go back and see this thing before we log off here. Yeah, so even after I asked it to remove the words,
it still left them.
Yeah, so maybe you do want this. I don't know. I would just like the high def photos, but you can use this prompt right here. It says you are an expert product photographer, designer, tasked in creating professional high definition product image optimized for Pinterest discovery and conversion. So maybe it's putting that in there because it's looked something up and it knows that you need those words on there.
Yeah.
Because once again, I've asked it to remove those words and it didn't. Anyways, failed test. But I like the original photo
or maybe we learned something new about Pinterest.
Yeah. So, anyways, what would you like to say to everybody before the end of the show?
If you have a lady in your life, if you have a lady in your life, not in your wife, if you have a lady in your life, then then you're progressive. But if you have a lady or a wife in your life, let me speak carefully now. Yeah, I got clothes, got a lot of ladies' clothes on my website. Not as much men's clothes. I got some. And then a bunch of jewelry. And then yeah, let's see. Yeah,
is there a way to look at it like a storefront, or is it just like this?
I don't have I think it's just like this for now because I'm not at the over 250 per month listing yet. I am close.
This is better though, this grid like this instead of up.
Oh yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. Yeah, they got some purses. I got a bunch of, I got those copper rounds, I got plenty of them. Over 100 of among various types. And then some silver jewelry and put more silver up. I got as you can tell, a lot of lady stuff. lot of lady stuff. I got some hats, some
I
expensive
will
cowboy boots.
say, so like, does your wife help you with this, with the photos?
Actually, not really with the photos, because I mostly crank those out when she's at work.
I was gonna say, I don't have this type of creative mind that you do. Like even this right here, like just putting that on a notebook like that, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and
The way
like
the
I
text
I did
on.
that because I was like, I need a white background, and then later I just switched to black because I don't have a white
Yeah,
tablecloth. I need to buy
yeah,
one,
even
but
this is cool. Like I would not set my thing up like this.
yeah, I'm trying to
I'm
make it like
too like,
visually appealing. It's all there. You can see it clearly,
no.
Um,
Well, you can see my listings. My listings. I have a different type of autism because I'm just looking at my eBay stuff because I don't have many on here.
I
And
guess I
let
am
me,
a little,
no,
artistically
it looks
minded,
good,
a
and
little,
especially with the stuff that you're selling. But it's just funny that like I posted this, and I'm like, yeah, this is how big it is. Buy it. This is what it looks like in the box.
and that's perfect for what you're selling. Like that's kind of the,
And
I
then
was
this
trying to
thing, I
look.
was like, here's the photos from Amazon. And then
Yeah.
you probably want the date to make sure that they're not expired. And here's the
Yeah.
UPC. So it's like, maybe I got to start asking AI like how to be more. I mean, these look intriguing to me. They look good. I like how, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Some of them look better than others, but I'm still trying to. I I should probably wait. My next goal is get a giant white sheet. Not for what you think I'm going to say, but for setting up the background, just so it's kind of more uniform. You're not getting the separation between like the table and the wall, or the wall and the floor. Just
Yeah.
because it's not necessarily bad. It just looks so much more professional. Because to your point earlier, what are people looking for on eBay? They're looking for like authentic reselling stuff, stuff that people actually have and are reselling, but also they want good pictures. They want to be able, and they want good pictures of stuff that you independently have, so it's kind of like they want professional but amateur professional,
Yeah. We
like.
didn't talk about this today, but this is where I think the live could come in useful.
Yeah.
Here's a guy doing coins right here.
Yeah. Before I started selling, before I lost my job, I would hit up those lives all the time, and yeah. Yeah, you need a, yeah. Payment processes instantly. Oh, there's your address.
Ah, well, it's online. I just wanted to see what this guy soon.
$6. That seems awfully cheap on that coin.
This is pretty interesting though.
And that's, see what he just said, right there. That seems awfully cheap on this coin.
Yeah.
That's how you sell them. You're like, wow, that's what a steal.
It's 69.
He's got the music in the background. Yeah. So they're getting a little bit of an edge of like
That is a nice one. That's almost perfect. MS69.
it's I mean, I like this. It's just crazy to me because like which I was joking around with my buddy Doug about this because I will like learn all this stuff and I'll be going through YouTube and if like I see a drone shot, I'm like skip. If there's loud music, skip. And then there'll be like a Russian dude in like a gray room with backdrop or whatever, being like, "Here how you code cloth. Let's go." And I was like, "All right, this is exactly what I want. Straight to the point." Yes, and so I am learning from TikTok, but everybody's like the music and they're going and the live thing. So I do think that maybe once I get everything set up that I got going here, I'm going to try some eBay lives, just for the practice of showing everything off. Because, I mean, can you see how many people showed up to this guy's thing?
Yep.
With the
Yeah, there's a
shipping.
little well, not total, I don't think, but there's a ticker that you can see how many people are in the room at the moment. In
I don't
fact, that's how I
see.
used to snipe good deals is I would go to the smaller rooms.
Is it 56?
Yes, right there. Yeah, 56 in the room right now.
Wow.
Let me see. That's a dime, silver dime, 1977 dime. I'm not sure if nice. Okay, so that's was clipped misstrike, I believe, because that edge is clipped and it's going for 9. That's already above. It's 1977. That's not even a silver dime. That's just a mistake coin that sold for $11.
Oh, it's $5 shipping.
Yeah, plus $5 ship. Oh, see, now this is rare because a lot of times these places will offer the people doing the lives will be they'll offer free shipping just as as something to draw you in. So maybe this is, I mean, and I'm surprised the guy's got 50 people in the room for $5 shipping. But and there's another error coin. Look at that is extreme, dude. So you could see where it's blank on the most part of it, and then it only got struck right on the edge. Sorry, I'm just nerding out about these coins, but that is like a major mistake.
I
But anyways,
I don't get this at all, but I appreciate that that you're I can appreciate that you're into it. I have a similar nerd out thing, which is like they're all, I got to bring them up there in the car. I didn't have time, but all that product that I found today,
yeah,
I like the research aspect of it. I like the hunt. I like to go. I like to
yes.
get it. I like to buy. Now it's like oh, the fun's all over. Now I have to actually list it and sell it.
That's that me with the jewelry too. When I'm in the coins, I'm like, dude, oh my god, nice. And then it's you get a rush, and then you're like, all right.
Yeah. Everybody check out Broseth's eBay funnel. Just go to our link trees below.
Check
We
out
don't have
Loser
a
Custom
funnel
Tuesday,
set
too.
up. I'm going to be doing more flipping stuff. And if you guys are interested in joining the group that I'm in, it's got a 7-day free trial. But I can, and then it's $44. I can send you a link to it. I don't know if I'm willing to. I will tell you this. The first day using the group, I made $95 profit. Today, I probably made $700 profit. Yesterday, I found a lead that, if it works out, is like a couple $1,000s worth of profit if I can figure out a way to sell the turf stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you go into the room and you know how to resell stuff through Amazon, eBay, Macari, or whatever, the group that I'm in is very positive. Everybody wakes up early. Every day at lunch, they give out a free lunch. So one person in the group wins a free lunch. You enter the raffle. If you win, you pick a thing and they send you the money and you get a free lunch. And then they give other free stuff out every day. Yesterday there was a free movie. So like if I was in the group, I want to go see this movie. It's 2 tickets to like go see the movie, and as many people can go. They have like all sorts of deals for life, for food and eating. And then finding these deals. If you're really, really interested, I have made money. I haven't made any money yet, but I have found potential money very quickly in 3 days. But I'm not willing to put the affiliate link up yet to like put my name on it until I've been in there a little bit longer. But I do know the guy, Sean. He's from the Fall River area. I've met him before. He's a cool guy. And now he does he has a huge, I think he's got like 300K on YouTube.
Nice. I might hit you up for that next week specifically, because after I get all this house crap taken care of,
Yeah,
get everything situated,
it is pretty cool. Like I literally,
grinding.
just to like, I go like this. I have my folder here, which has got my seller amp in it. It's got eBay. It's got the Discord channel, and then it's got Home Depot. And then I
Nice.
have the Walmart app and the Lowe's app. And basically I can just like, you sign like I don't know if you don't like sign an NDA, but you like, by signing up, you tell them like you're not going to share the deals with anybody, which I get because it's it's a paid behind
Yeah.
the scenes, whatever. But also it wouldn't work anyways unless you were in the same area, because like I go in here, I click on the dashboard, it brings me into the app. I put in my zip code, I do a search,
Mm.
and then I can view, and I guess I can just show you real quick. Like, you know, this just shows me aisle 55, bay 9, $3.50, 27 in stock for this item. There's 27 in stock at 350. They typically sell for 34.97. It's 90% off. It tells you the store location, the UPC, the brand. And then you just literally scroll through the app and it shows you everything in the store that's discounted 89%, 89%, and the stock, and it tells you the aisle location in the bay. So when you get there, you just walk around with the cart, you go to the item, I scan it in Amazon to see if it's profitable. I scan it into eBay to see if it's profitable. And then I go to like Macari and like, do I want to try to sell this on Facebook Marketplace? Is it popular enough? And so you're definitely going to find items. I think it's a little bit pricey for most people. I think it's 44 a month. And then
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, if I get enough, that's one of those subscriptions. It's like, all right, if I'm established enough, and plus the other thing I was thinking is that some of those deals are like, shipping's going to be pricey on that skunk bag, and
well, the thing with that skunk bag is even with the shipping, those were $4 and they sell for $34.99.
Yeah. So that's
like,
yeah. And so but just to speak to that, it's like at this moment, it's not even, it's a big problem. It's just like me right now,
No, I get that. I'm like, the shipping is baked into it. Like I wouldn't buy anything with like expensive shipping. Yeah. So
and that's because I only say that because I made not necessarily a mistake, but last week, my wife and I found these like hold on, let me look up this specific name so I'm not jacking this up. 1988. Okay, it was Fitz and Floyd. For some reason I want to say Felix because Felix was a cat that also begins with F. But Fitz and Floyd, 1998, like these little ceramic cat statues that are apparently in decent high demand for collectors. And found a whole set of them for like, I don't know, maybe 25, $30 total. That set's worth like 150 or something, and so I was like, all right, sweet, awesome, let's package I'll take the pictures, let's package them all up together, and then I'll just list it. And then as I scroll down to the shipping, I put in the box size and weight, and it's like, yeah, it's going to be $100 shipping.
Yeah. But so like with those right there in the app that I have, like, we should really wrap this up.
I said I need to be quick today, and now we're at 2 hours.
Yeah, but so like if I, especially if you're using like Seller Amp and sorry, share screen. If you're using Seller Amp, right, on Amazon, so these sell for $29.27, right? They sell 200 a month. I got them for $4. So if I were to sell them at $29.27, and actually, are all of these FBM? No, there's some FBAs. Okay. And the shipping and everything is already worked in. So it'd be $4 to make $4.96. So it's not $4 to make $25. You know what I mean? You're not getting everything over $4 up to $30 because the breakdown here is, so the cost would be $24 if they sell for $29.27 fulfilled by Amazon, and they stayed there for 3 months, which they probably won't. I can change that if I wanted to. The profit would be $496 because you got some stuff here. And basically, like the fee breakdown is Amazon's referral fee is $439. Fulfilled by Amazon for them to ship it is going to be $827.
Okay. All right,
Storage fees for 3 months is going to be $1.76. Prep fees I have is $1 because like I'm going to have to buy a box and put labels on it and stuff, takes some time up. Inbound shipping for one of these to ship it to Amazon is going to be about $4.89. So a lot of that gets eaten up in the beginning, but like off the bat, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got like 14 of these, 20 of these, I think. So if I put 20 in there, it costs me $80 and my profit back will be $99.20. So I make 124% return on investment.
Nice.
And
off of just the ones you bought.
Yeah, and off the ones I bought, they sell 200 a month. So however quickly they turn around. The idea is you're just feeding the beast. You just buy these things, you send them into Amazon. You hopefully forget about them because they sell out. And then, you find something else, pack them.
By the way, this time, great time to start selling that because it might be a couple months, but I mean, mammals are coming out. Pest control season is here,
Well, I can get more of these and I can get more of the lawn food. So I want to see how quickly they sell. And if I set it all up today and they sell almost immediately, then I can extrapolate and I can go back and get pallets of these.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah. So So one of the things I do here when I'm going through the app is like, if I see something that's like this, like for example, this is $1.50 and it typically sells for $24.58, but there's only one in stock. I won't even go up that aisle because it's like, I got to get it listed and all that stuff. What I want to do is I want to find like 30 in stock, like those glasses that I found. So it's like, I know that's one item, post it one time. And then
you can sell 30 quantity. Yeah. That's the one thing I've been thinking about with the jewelry. Cause a lot of the stuff I've been getting, it's vintage. And so an idea, I mean, not to make this 2 hours longer, but about, buying some bulk jewelry and then just, reselling, like, it's not going to be nice. They're super nice, at least, maybe if I get like, gold plated chains or something, but then I've heard people complain about people bulk selling jewelry and stuff. So I don't know. It's something I'm going to have to look more into because that's one thing that I think is a benefit of listing something like those copper coins. Yeah. I have 6 quantity of each and I've sold a couple few of various ones, but I list them once and then I can, until they're gone, they're up. So
this is what I was going to say. So I'm going to end it on some advice here and then we'll end the show. Anytime you're starting a business, one of the things people always hear about is scaling. And so eBay is scalable in a couple of different ways, but you're pretty much for the most part exchanging time for money still.
Yep. Yeah.
So unless you start getting brand deals with companies like Milwaukee on eBay,
like where
they're going to send you stuff, you're always on a hustle. You always have to go out and find stuff. So what I would suggest is you learn sales, you learn eBay, you start selling the stuff, you buy more and more stuff. And if you don't love the hunt and that's not fulfilling, you want to start taking that money and moving it towards other stuff, which what I did was I opened up the Amazon store. And so I was still doing the same thing, but I was doing it on Amazon. And then as I found products that I could get wholesale, all you're doing is you're working a relationship. It's profitable. You call the company up, you buy the bulk, you send it in, and then it's going constantly. So it's like you're hunting one time.
Not constantly.
Yeah. And then, I mean, what the next scale would be is like you set up an AI bot to go online to find the products. So you're not even doing that anymore. and like you're
That's
constantly
my
trying to
coattails.
scale up. So you're trying to give yourself more time. So you're the architect of, so you either hire an AI or a person to do that for you. And then
You're the
so on and
architect
so
of your
forth.
own matrix.
Yeah. You want to be the architect as
Yes.
far as I'm concerned.
And I hate to call this, I really have to pee.
Yeah, we're done. So everybody have a good day. Thank you for joining up. The links are in the bottom.